Okay, so there have been a lot of tablet launches recently, but I've been secretly using this brand new 2-in-1 Android tablet from a company called Brave. This is the Brave Arc tablet and it comes with this massive 13-inch display, powerful Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 processor, biggest battery on a tablet and a crazy good price tag. In this video, I'll tell you everything about my experience with this tablet, both the good and the bad. And oh, there's one surprise which I kept for you at the end, just like desserts. But for now, let's get started. Started. First things first, the box. What is wrong with you? The tablet comes in this cool looking box and inside you obviously get the tablet, a 33-watt charger, a Type-C to C cable, normal stuff, right? But it doesn't stop there. You also get this pen, a sturdy kickstand case and even this Bluetooth backlit keyboard. Yep, you get every accessory right in the box. And it's not even a PR box, it's the actual retail unit box, which means that anyone who's buying this tablet will get all the accessories right in the box, which is just awesome. Honestly, it's great because first, it saves you from spending extra money on all of these accessories, and second, tablet accessories are not always easy to find, they're always a pain. Now, if I talk about the design, Brave has kept things quite simple here. I say this because this tablet comes in only one color, the galactic blue. There's this octopus logo in the center with a OnePlus-like camera module and it's also built very well. Both the frame and the back are metal, so it's slightly heavy at 706 grams and the thickness is also 7.6 mm. There's also this huge 14,550 mAh battery, which might be adding to the weight, but it's clearly one of the biggest batteries on a tablet that I have ever seen. And otherwise, the overall feel of the tablet is quite sturdy and very premium. Apart from that, you get all the buttons and micro SD slot on one side, pogo pins and keyboard pins on the other side, and a fast Type-C port at the bottom. On the front, you get this humongous display. I mean, it's a big 12.95 inches, 2.8K 144Hz LCD display with 700 nits of peak brightness. The display is quite bright, it's sharp, the colors look good, and the viewability even outdoors is decent. The only thing I found lacking is that there's no HDR support in both Netflix and YouTube. But you do get full HD playback in Netflix. And for speakers, well, they are just amazing. The 8-speaker setup with DTS audio gets plenty loud to fill a room, but it's not just loud, it's also very crisp and clear. So if you listen to music or watch a lot of videos, this tablet won't disappoint you at all. You also get some audio tweaking options in the DTS app, and they actually work pretty well. Now, before I talk about the software, let's just quickly check out the performance. This tablet is powered by Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 processor with 12GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. Since it's an 8 series processor, it's actually quite powerful. In benchmarks, it scores more than 1.8 million in Antutu, the Geekbench scores are also solid, and there's no problem in stability in both 3D Mark and CPU throttling. When it comes to gaming, BGMI has 90 FPS support and the FPS is also very stable, and the COD mobile gameplay is also quite smooth at 120 FPS. I just wish it had higher FPS support in both the games because the chipset is definitely capable. I also played demanding games like Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, and here are the temperatures and FPS details. By the way, if you have small hands just like me and can't game like this, you can just use the stand and play with joysticks. If I talk about the software, it comes with Android 15 out of the box, but you will get 3 years of OS updates and there's absolutely no bloatware at all. The UI is also very smooth to use. I used it with almost all the OTT apps, took WhatsApp video calls, listened to the music and also played some games, but I never faced any problem at all. There were no bugs, no random crashes, and the RAM management was also quite good. And since this is a tablet, you get this dock within the apps and the split screen feature is also implemented well. By the way, one of my favorite features of this tablet is the PC mode. All you have to do is just tap here, and once you do that, you see this cool animation and the PC mode appears. Here you get a proper desktop UI, app tray on the corner, and the quick settings and notifications show up here. And when you want to open the apps, you can open a lot of them like this, and you can just resize them easily if you want. This mode becomes very useful when you're using it with the keyboard, because with the keyboard, you have a proper laptop-like setup, which most of us are already used to. Plus, you get backlit support, which is nice, and the feedback on the keys are good with nice key travel. The trackpad is also responsive enough and it does support gestures as well. And since this is a Bluetooth keyboard, you can just detach and use it like this. Honestly, with this huge screen and so many apps opened, it does feel like a laptop. Overall, I really appreciate that Brave has kept a pretty clean software experience, but I'd love it if they can add more features, make the UI and icons look a bit modern, modern and also integrates some AI features. Now, I'm personally very bad at sketching, but if you're not, let me remind you that you also get this pen in the box. It's also pretty solid as it supports pressure sensitivity, the latency is less than 10 milliseconds, and the drawing feels snappy. You also get 3 buttons here, so you can customize them as you like, and the battery lasts 20 plus hours with continuous usage. And for charging, you can charge it while using this Type-C port, and if you're wondering, yes, it does attach magnetically like this. Let's talk about the battery now. It comes with a huge 14,550 mAh battery, and with normal usage like watching movies, taking notes, or pretending to attend classes, it can easily last you for whole 2 days. And for charging, it takes just 1 hour 17 minutes to go from 20% to 80% using the provided charger. Apart from that, you get a 13 megapixel camera at the back, which is decent enough for document capturing, some casual shots, and the 5 megapixel selfie camera is fine for video calls. Pretty standard stuff. And lastly, for connectivity, it comes with a fast Type-C port, so you can transfer files faster or even use it with external displays. You also get a microSD slot with up to 1 TB support, and the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth standards are also good. The only thing that you don't get is the LTE variant, so you won't be able to put your SIM in it. Now that you know everything about this tablet, let's discuss pricing. The Brave Arc is launching in India with the price starting at 34,999, and for the price, you get the tablet, the kickstand case, and even the stylus. And for the launch offer, the first 200 customers will also get a Bluetooth keyboard free, which is honestly a solid deal. Actually, the pricing of this tablet is very good, and even if you compare it with any other tablet like the Xiaomi Pad 7, it's still cheaper with all the accessories. Of course, the software needs to be optimized better, but specs-wise, there's no compromise at all. I know, a lot of you guys have questions about service and support because this is a fairly new brand, and we did ask the brand about it. They told us that the Brave Arc should be serviceable around 21,000 plus pin codes, and they'll also provide pickup and drop for 3,000 pin codes, which is nice. So yeah, that's all from my side. What do you think about the all-new Brave Arc 2-in-1? Tell me in the comments, and if you guys have any questions about this, feel free to ask us in the comments and we'll answer them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.